The world is full of mysteries, but few are as intriguing or as controversial as the Bilderberg Group. Shrouded in secrecy, this elusive gathering of the world's elite has fueled endless speculation, conspiracy theories, and debates. Is it a harmless think tank, or does it wield unparalleled power behind the scenes? Today, we'll dive deep into the truth about the Bilderberg Group. Let's start with the basics. The Bilderberg Group was founded in 1954 during the Cold War to foster dialogue between Europe and North America. Its name comes from the Hotel de Bilderberg in the Netherlands, where the first meeting took place. The attendees, a mix of politicians, business leaders, academics, and royalty. The goal? To promote collaboration and understanding between the Western powers. On the surface, that sounds reasonable, admirable even. But here's where things get murky. Unlike other global forums like the United Nations or the World Economic Forum, the Bilderberg Group operates under strict secrecy. No press is allowed, no detailed minutes are released, and participants are sworn to Chatham House rule, meaning they can't reveal who said what. This lack of transparency has led many to wonder, what are they hiding? Let's talk about the attendees. Each year, around 120 to 150 individuals are invited. The guest list is a veritable who's who of global influence. Past attendees include Bill Clinton, Angela Merkel, Tony Blair, Henry Kissinger, and even tech moguls like Jeff Bezos and Eric Schmidt. The group doesn't just pull from politics, it draws from finance, media, academia, and more. Here's the kicker. While many of these individuals wield immense power in their respective fields, their participation raises eyebrows. Are these meetings simply a venue for exchanging ideas, or are they orchestrating policies that affect billions without public oversight? Critics argue that the Bilderberg Group undermines democracy. After all, decisions that could potentially shape global policy are being made behind closed doors, away from public scrutiny. For example, some theorists believe that discussions at Bilderberg meetings have influenced major events, like the creation of the European Union or the global response to economic crises. But how much truth is there to these claims? Defenders of the Bilderberg Group say it's nothing more than a glorified networking event. They argue that secrecy is necessary to encourage open and honest dialogue among attendees. Without it, participants might feel constrained, knowing their every word could be scrutinized by the public. On the other hand, detractors point to a long history of secrecy breeding suspicion. When the world's most powerful figures meet in private, it's natural to wonder if they're acting in the best interest of the public or their own. Now, let's address some of the more outlandish claims. The Bilderberg Group has been accused of being part of a shadowy global government, controlling everything from elections to economies. Some even think it to the infamous Illuminati, suggesting it's part of a broader plan for world domination. While these theories often lack hard evidence, they persist for a reason. People are naturally distrustful of power, especially when it's concentrated in the hands of a few and cloaked in secrecy. One notable incident, often cited by skeptics, involves Bill Clinton. Before he became president, Clinton attended a Bilderberg meeting as the governor of Arkansas. Some argue that his participation helped elevate him to the global stage, paving the way for his presidency. Similarly, Tony Blair attended before becoming the UK's prime minister. Coincidence or evidence of a kingmaker effect? Then there's the question of economic influence. Bilderberg attendees often include leaders of major banks, multinational corporations, and economic institutions. With such a concentration of financial power, it's easy to imagine them shaping markets or influencing policies to serve their interests. One example often cited is the 2008 financial crisis. Some theorists claim that discussions at the Bilderberg meetings influenced how governments and central banks responded, potentially prioritizing the interests of the financial elite over ordinary citizens. But let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Isn't it possible that these meetings are simply a way for influential people to share ideas and collaborate on global challenges? After all, we live in an interconnected world where the actions of one nation can have a ripple effect across the globe. In this context, private discussions might be a necessary evil. Still, the lack of transparency remains a sticking point. If the Bilderberg Group truly has nothing to hide, why not allow some level of public oversight? The group has also been criticized for its exclusivity. By inviting only a select few, it inherently exudes a diversity of voices. Critics argue that this perpetuates a status quo that benefits the elite, leaving little room for alternative perspectives or grassroots input. This raises an important question. If global problems require global solutions, shouldn't those solutions include voices from all walks of life, not just the privileged few? Over the years, protests have become a common sight at Bilderberg meetings. Activists, journalists, and conspiracy theorists often gather outside, demanding transparency and accountability. The group's reputation as a secretive cabal has made it a magnet for criticism, but it also has sparked important conversations about power, governance, and democracy. So, where does the truth lie? The Bilderberg Group is undoubtedly a unique and influential forum, but whether it's a benign think tank or shadowy powerhouse depends largely on perspective. The secrecy fuels suspicion, but it also underscores the complexity of a global leadership in an increasingly interconnected world. At the end of the day, the debate over the Bilderberg Group isn't just about what happens behind closed doors. It's a reflection of broader concerns about who holds power in our society and how that power is wielded. As we wrap up, let's leave you with a thought. The Bilderberg Group may be a symbol of secrecy and power, but it's also a reminder of our collective responsibility to hold the powerful accountable. In a world where information is increasingly accessible, the demand for transparency isn't just a trend, it's a necessity. What do you think? Is the Bilderberg Group a harmless gathering of intellectuals and leaders, or is it something more? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives in the world's most intriguing mysteries. Until next time, stay curious.